Hey, g'day traders, Sam here, giving you another crypto update. And lately, what we're looking at is a bit of a rejection for Bitcoin, an obvious level, and Ethereum is leading the way. And thought, what's causing Ethereum to also slow down? So that's what I'm looking at now. What we have here is a 3-day chart on Ethereum, and very bullish, as you can see in the past. And if we add our Fibonacci from top to bottom, so if we get the bottom from here, and we put the one all the way to the top, you see some confluence with this Fibonacci. So resistance, support, resistance. So that's one aspect. While we're finding resistance, we've got the 20 moving average as well on the 3-day. And we would add this one from top to bottom. We also have very close another resistance level, which is the 0.5. So let's just put both of them in there. Now we're seeing that this layer is a strong resistance. Now, if we were to look for a trend line that could probably help us out, nothing's really giving us direction at this point what this is really about. I would say that was why it was a good resistance in the first place. So we're just looking for confluence as to what is playing, and as far as I can see, that's one. That's the main one. And let's do the other Fibonacci. Swing low, swing high, and let's just get rid of the shade, and let's see if there's any other levels that are coming to play. So that is roughly, let's just tweak this a little bit. It's not going to be perfect, but say that it's there. That does play. So this Fibonacci is also playing. So the one was there, found a support, and we have the 3-day here as well. So we have an uptrend. We don't have anything specific. Ideally, this will continue on to hit the 618. So will it go there? No idea. But if this was to continue, this is a massive, massive shorting opportunity, because we've got the 618 and we've got the trend line and we've got previous levels as well. So that would be ideal if we could get to that level. However, if you haven't traded, if you haven't bought it, I would have suggested that you take profit. I did. And I pretty much closed my margin. So now it's just spot trade that I'm holding. So the risk is much less. So looking at this, excuse me, while I struggle with my asthma, it's come into effect in winter. So that neckline, this is a neckline as well. So you can see that if we were to lose this level, definitely will come back down. And we need to go above this for it to get there. So we could be in this space for a while Bitcoin decides what it wants to do. So we could potentially come back down. This could be the 10 and the 20 moving average on the 3-day. So I like the 3-day chart. What are our indicators telling us? Let's have a look. Okay, so that was a good breakout from there on the 3-day. I do see with the Phoenix, these dots pretty much starting to say that bearish divergence is coming into play. Whenever we get these dots, they do tell us that bearish divergence is coming, and it'll go sideways for a while before we get a bit of a pullback. You can see the bearish divergence from this, that shade to that shade is pretty much going against this. And for now, let's go to a small time frame and let's see what's going on. I had a few lines before, so let's just fix this up. It's not going to be perfect. Yeah, that was a line, and you can see that pretty much popped its head up, couldn't hold, dropped back down, and now the risk is that it will do a double top. So that was pull one. That's pretty much a double top, really. And our neckline is being lost. That's the neckline there on the 4 hour. So if this can't get up above it, it's going to come back down. So the next level, as you can see, is that there, ever so small, and we can potentially see a topping off structure here. Hate to say it, but that's what it looks like. Let's just do this. Okay, so looking at this, it does look like an ascending wedge, really. What does ascending wedge look like? Well, it starts from here. So we've got your first bounce, first wave cycle. Didn't quite get there, but that's a second. And this looks like, for whatever it does, it looks like a third. And it could probably come down. Whatever the case is, it does look like an ascending wedge because of these three touches. So we've got one, two, we've got many touches to the top. There is that possibility that if it goes above, then that can happen, but we need to see that before we do that. So taking profit here was a good idea, but it does at this point look like an ascending wedge, and even potentially a head and shoulders. Yep, it might, but I just see exhaustion coming into this place, and this is not to say that we'll go all the way down. I'm just saying that you better take some profit, manage the risk. So from here, if we look at that level there is a point of control, I would imagine. So if we were to lose that level, I think we'll go down more. Now, if you're looking to enter the trade, that's a different stage, different story. Let's have a look at this for a sec. Number of strategies come into it. So I'm going to look at the 12 hour. I've got my 10 and 20 moving average. That's roughly, actually the daily is probably better, maybe even the 16. Let's say the 16 hour. Yeah, the 16 hour looks like it's the trend. And again, there is no, you can see the MACD and the RSI isn't the best. It looks more negative than bullish. And a trend line, we don't want to lose that. I don't think we do. So that is our trend line for the 16 hour. If we come, I think we might get a bounce off this line, which could be a bounce off here. What we want to do is, this is a cradle trade. We want to see a bullish candle of some sort coming down. So what we can do, we grab that and bring it down to there and look for levels of support, levels of interest. So the first level of interest is down here, that point of control. So usually I have a template for that point of control. In this case, we just put it in red. Go upload these templates for different colors. So you can look at that and you go, okay, Is there anything else that can give us? Not really. It's just a nasty level, and historically resistance. So we came down here for support. So this is a good support level. You can see a few times we got support there, and if you raise that a bit, it makes sense. That's a good support level. We'll lose that. We're pretty much down. Point of control as well. So we do not want to see it go below this. If we lose that, we're going to go down significantly. Let's see what's this. Give me a sec. I need to change the 16 hours. Where's that? Okay. So that's what we have. Short term wise, it's you're not gonna like it because we spend a bit of time here. So like I said, on the 3 day, we're going to spend a bit of time here. So going back, you see some levels. Yep, that's the first, and we don't want to lose that. And you see how it comes into play. Like I said, on the short time frame. So if we split this in screen and just look at the small time period, like I was talking about, the 12 hour, and if I was to just sync this onto the other one, didn't quite sync to it. Okay, on the 12 hours. Okay, there you go. So that's the level. Like I said, very strong, important level. We're going to potentially consolidate here, and that could be a way for really. We go sideways here and then go up one more. So I'll be looking to enter. If it comes down here, I'll like to enter, but it really depends on what Bitcoin does. So point of control is one area, or this trend line would be nice. And I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Now, let's just save that. Now, here's the other thing that you need to be aware of. Let's look at, not saving, is it? Okay, now let's do ETH short. ETH shorts, all right. We can see ETH shorts are increasing, and this is the 3 day, and the shorts are increasing. So, and if we look at this, pretty much a bullish divergence. So, will it continue up? Is yet to be known, but the shorts, well, the future shorts are pretty much upgoing, and that will just basically people are betting that this is going to be a level of shorting. When you look at it from the other perspective, it's risky, but I don't do this type of stuff. I'd rather be more accurate than take that risk. They might be saying, okay, from there, if this is a shorting position, which is probably good, this is going to be definitely a shorting position, and that's another 38%. So they might just take their chances with the 38%. I think the movement. They have more chances to come here, or shorting is at this position is pretty good. So going back to shorting, so actually now let's look at ETH long, and you can see the longs are just pretty much dropping off. And I don't know if this will work, but you can see it's dropped below the trend line. But historically, it's this level, the longs. So the longs are really dropping off, and that means momentum is dropping off. Now, would they do the short squeeze? It's probably not there yet. Would they do the long squeeze? Probably so. No, because they're taking profit. So that is another perspective. The shorts are increasing, which is more downward pressure. And if we look at what's Let's look at market cap. It's a total market cap, isn't it? Let's look at a total market cap. So that's also having approaches significant resistance level, the neckline. So you can see what's going to take place. That is the neckline for the, yeah. So how much has it got more to go? Probably not. This is going to be a strong resistance from a total market cap perspective. And if we look at, I want to get the alts excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right, even that 3 day. So the neckline is there as well. That's not. It's just showing that we are at a strong resistance, and therefore not a good place to enter. Probably more to profit taking. And from RSI, I can't rely on the RSI on this one because it could just be like that as well. Okay, so we might just look at that from that perspective. RSI. This is total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that's resistance. And if we were to think of this as a broadening wedge, we can probably, if we're bullish, we can say that's our A, B, C, D, E, and therefore this could be anywhere. This can pull back anywhere before it goes up, or it can go all the way back down again. Not easy. Okay, so that's pretty much, and Bitcoin dominance. Let's say BTC Dom. Actually, it's big. I haven't done this for a while. It's dominance, isn't it? So if we look at that, Bitcoin dominance has had a good day, 3 days. So let's look on the daily. This is going to be a hard one to work out because it's in the past I got it wrong. And what we can potentially see is finding support there. Okay, and you can see that on the daily. Yeah, here the MACD is saying a bit of bullish divergence. And if that's crossing over, yeah, okay, so we might have a bit more of a bounce. And if I was a betting man, that 20 moving average is this. So we've got the 10 and the 20 moving average on the daily. I would say that there's more to go for Bitcoin to go up. So it might mean that the alts are going to get hammered a bit. And yeah, everything's telling me that Bitcoin dominance is going to go up at this point. How much, I've got no idea. But it does look like a descending wedge breakout. So be careful. We have a number of ways of looking at this, but it could be a bullish move. And for that bullish move to take place, it might mean that Bitcoin drops more, or the alts just respond badly with the Bitcoin fluctuation. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Give it a wrap. Please give me a like and share, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.